The question is, do I want to make an intro? No, I don't.
It's we keeping could be used to light the dark, but we anti-gravity lock down humanity, lightning insanity striking inside me. Whoa, whoa, it's the heartbeat of history. Whoa, whoa, lightning inside me.
Swimming in a river in Egypt. A citizen of a 51st state. Both could exactly describe you at this moment. To put it simply, you were in denial. There had to be some mistake, some error, some miscalculation. There just had to be. You let the newspaper fall back into the snow. There's one last place you dare to check out of desperation to confirm your fears. Using a silver key, you unlock the secret door at the back of your house, hidden by brush and tree branches. You enter your workshop and switch on a light. Cobwebs and link codes cover projects you long ago abandoned. All except for one, the machine. It's been broken for eons, and while you never could fully repair it, you did manage to get it to do one thing: monitor timelines. You pull off the sheet without sensitivity and lay your eyes on a complicated contraption. A keyboard reveals itself at the ready, then following a sequence of steps only you understood, you enter a series of commands, adjusting the parameters and define your variables. Panels covered in hundreds of lights, doodads and widgets appear on both sides of the keyboard, and a computer screen with numerous lines of graphs illuminates above you. Knobs are twisted, switches are flipped, and buttons are pressed in order so complicated it would have made any onlooker's head spin. At last, you hit enter, and the machine runs a diagnosis. You wait. The machine hums away, unhurried as it works out the calculations you informed it with. You drum your phalanges against your arm, trying to fight the ever-increasing dread that strings in your core. This is your last hope. If this machine couldn't find a solution or anomaly in this timeline, then you force your mind not to think about it. There just had to be a mistake. There just had to be. After what feels like an eternity, the machine lets out a shrill buzz and prints out a status report. Your figurative heart skips a beat, and you timidly pick up the papers. Why? You whisper with trembling fingers. As a scientist, you are trained to speak and think in terms of most likely and most probable when it comes to discussing the probability of events. Ugh, who are you kidding?
Reloads most likely to occur within 60 seconds of the game over. Resets occur most frequently within 12 hours.
What bullshit? A reset after 12 hours wasn't improbable, it was unheard of. And now you had no idea that this meant for you and your timeline. Since the reset didn't happen when you expected, you might as well admit it's never going to happen at all.
Maybe the machine's wrong. I never did manage to completely fix it.
You can practically feel yourself drowning in that Egyptian river. As if knocked into a daze, you recover the encryption and you shuffle out of the room. You flip the light switch and lock the door behind you before trudging off in some meaningless direction. Your body is on autopilot, numb to the world around you. You walk and you walk with no destination in mind, no goal or objective or clue what to do next. The thoughts in your skull are endless loops of questions and anxiety, clawing for answers that aren't there. You're almost at the border between Snowdon and a waterfall when you're pelted with a snowball from behind you. The impact knocks you forward, thankfully into a fluffy snowdrift, which cushions your fall. You don't rush to get up, though. Instead, you resign the notion altogether and stay face down in the slush.
Explain to me. I don't understand what's happening, but I know you do. You said there would be a reset, but there wasn't. We're all still here, in this timeline.
You turn your head to the voice and focus on one small flower a few feet behind you. He's coiled around another snowball and violently shivering, but whether it's from fear or from cold, you can't tell.
This is all your fault! I still can't reset or reload any of my saves! And that kid didn't come back like you said they would! You broke the timeline!
The timeline's not broken. I even have fresh graphs to prove it. I don't know what's going on.
Well, figure it out and fix it!
Another snowball is launched at you. Annoyance flares up in your chest. With one twitch of your finger, you conjure a bone to intercept it in mid-air, exploding the projectile into fluffy powder.
Screw off. I got my own shit to deal with.
Not until you fix this, bone bag! This isn't right!
Like hell it wasn't right. You knew it wasn't right. But what the hell did he expect you to do? You were just as powerless as he was. In fact, you're even more so, because you never possessed the ability to reset timelines to begin with. The most you could ever do was bend properties of space to some degree. Even then, it wasn't technically considered time travel because you could never go back, or significantly forwards. You could just make distances between two places shorter.
You can't reload any of your saves, you say?
You ask, wiping the snow off your clothes.
Then does that mean?
You snap your fingers and a line of bones materialize around you.
If I kill you right here, you won't come back?
Flowey's eyes grow wide and he retreats into the snow faster than your attack can meet him. You grind your teeth in disappointment. The damn weed is untouchable when he's in the ground, sadistically praying that you snagged his stem. What you unearth is neither green or organic. It's a familiar piece of red fabric. It's...
Papyrus's scarf.
For a split second, you're dumbfounded. But something clicks in your head and a horrible realization hits you all at once. You realize Papyrus was still gone. And with no choice of a reset, he's not coming back. The realization strikes you like a freight train. You collapse to your knees, grasping for breath. How did you not realize this until just now? No, wait. It was actually all quite simple why you didn't notice it. Up until this moment, your greatest fear was losing the happiness of a good ending to a greedy clause of a reset. But at least in that scenario, everyone was still alive. Hell, even in the face of genocide. When you woke up every day knowing you and your friends would die 1,000 times over, trusting in an unquestioned reset at least meant you knew you would all come back 1,001. But now there was no more resets. This time, everyone who was slain was gone, permanently. You have never ever conceived the idea of a timeline where the deaths would stick. You fall on your hands, despair and anguish threatening to overwhelm you. Tears fall from your sockets into the red cloth. He's not coming back. Your brother is not coming back.
No. Oh God, no.
With trembling hands, you pull a scarf from the snow. There were still some silvery spots of dust on it, and you clench it to your ribcage in desperation.
Papyrus, I'm...
You don't know what you are. Sorry? Sad? Alone? No. Those aren't the words you're looking for. Was it loss? Hopeless? Useless without him? Closer, but not quite. Nothing. Ah, there it is. It's all so clear now.
Papyrus, what am I going to do without you? I'm nothing on my own.
You cry, bent over in a ball and hugging the scarf like a lifeline, before falling apart into a devastated wreck. No one sees you. There's no one left alive to witness you come undone. And the only thing to muffle your sobs is the gently falling snow, silent and undifferented.
That is so good. Oh my God.
You guys are still here?